Hello, Lakers fans. This is Wilson. As always, I'm joined by two of my prestigious co-hosts, Shane Christopher Murray and Jason Big Mitch Mitchell. Galvez and Vito may join us in progress, but for right now, it's just the three of us, and now we're going to get into obviously the Lakers introducing JJ Redick as their 29th head coach in franchise history. Talk about that. The draft starts. First round is Wednesday. The Lakers hold their 17th overall pick. We'll talk about that. We'll get into the free agency and the trade market, potential moves in the offseason. We'll get into Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese played their third game this weekend. That was like a classic. So we'll talk about that. We got some feedback from the WNBA. We chat. Oh, there goes Vito. We got some feedback from the WNBA discussion we had last week, and then also we'll talk about at the end the Kendrick Lamar concert, and how he's still dragging Drake, with this not like that. So, but yeah, like I said, the Lakers introduced JJ Redick today.
I wouldn't call it dragging, so you can change that.
We'll get to that. But the Lakers introduced JJ Redick today. At I said it's Monday right now. It's 9:26 p.m. They introduced him today at a press conference at 1:30 p.m. I'll just open up the floor for anyone who wants to just give their impression of Redick being hired in the first place. How he looked or sounded at the press conference today. And so if there's any volunteers, if not, I'll pick someone randomly.
So I thought he sounded confident in this intro press conference. Sounded like JJ Redick, man. I mean, we've been kind of seeing him on TV. We've been seeing him on First Take. We've seen the clips with LeBron and everything like that. So, he sounded confident. But, he doesn't know what he doesn't know right now. And he made mention of that as well. He's smart enough to know that he doesn't know things at the moment. But, like I was telling Shay Murray and Vito earlier, he had the balls to step up and want this job. And that's the first step. You got to be confident to take this job. You got to have thick skin to take this job. Being the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers means every game you're on the hot seat. Right or wrong, fair, not fair, it is what it is. A lot of fans are having you on the hot seat every single game.
But but that don't mean shit to management though. So let's establish that, please. Oh my God. Please, let's establish that right now.
Oh yes. It does. That does not mean anything to management. It's just the public pressure. Hopefully he can. I'm sure he understands that. If you're coming to coach the Lakers, you got to know that there's going to be public pressure. And like Vito said, it has nothing to do with exactly how management feels necessarily. But he sounds confident. Sounds like he's prepared for the outside noise that the Lake Show can bring, that Lakers Nation can bring. I don't think we really learned anything necessarily that we didn't know about him, right? Like, we already knew that he's a smart guy. The question's just going to remain, can he lead men? Well, I guess we did learn that. Well, I guess we probably already knew. But Anthony Davis was, involved in the decision. Sounded like Anthony Davis signed off on having JJ. So, and Rob Pelinka was very careful to make sure to let us know that LeBron was not involved, but he was supportive. He was very careful to mention that.
Are those adjectives?
Man, listen.
I mean, I know they're not, but geez, what a way to use it.
I mean, they're trying to spin it, but I mean, I feel like we all know LeBron was involved in this decision. I think we can all agree on that. LeBron was involved. He just doesn't want it to look like he was involved for whatever reason, whatever the case may be. He doesn't want
Because he
to.
didn't want to seem with control by LeBron, basically.
Yeah, he doesn't want to make it. I think LeBron doesn't want to make it seem like this was all like a big coup, to get Darvin out, to get his guy JJ in. So, I mean, but we all know LeBron was involved in this decision. You can't bring in a new coach and not have one of your franchise players be involved in the decision. At least in the loop about it. But it's good that AD signed off on it. So I mean, if AD signed off, we know most likely LeBron has signed off on this. So to have your two top guns, see what I did there. To have your two top guns, signed off on the new coach, that's going to be a good start for JJ. I like that he mentioned that he wants to have a championship standard. I like that he wants to set the expectations early with the players. I like that he's excited about Rui and Austin. He can't really say D'Lo yet because we don't know what's going to happen with D'Lo, but Austin and Rui, we know they're going to be on the squad. We know we're going to be able to work with them. So I'm excited that he's excited about those two players in particular. But I mean, we're going to see, man. The lights shine brightest in LA and, pressure bust pipes. So we're going to see what it does to Mr. JJ Redick. I mean, I think Magic Johnson said it best, though. I'm cautiously optimistic about JJ Redick. Like, I want it to work. I want it to work. So let's see how it goes.
You can go, Vito.
I'm a Duke guy anyway, so I love Duke. He's got the tutelage from a Hall of Famer, which should matter, especially from Coach K. But still, it has to translate onto the court. But again, I agree with Jason. I don't have a issue with whoever would have got hired. It's just I'm gonna have a problem with his reps as a coach, like I mentioned earlier. Unless it's a culture thing that head coaches, not even head coaches, because I know you most likely won't see the head coach for the summer leagues. But if you're a fresh coach coming in the league with no reps, bruh, that's so ignorant and counterproductive if you're not going to be there, the coach, the first game of summer league. Or at least show your face, be on that bench. I understand summer league is a chance for the assistants to get their run, but that first game, your best rookies are going to be out there. Your draft picks are going to be out there. Guys that, are looking for more burn and playing time are going to be out there. There's no reason why JJ shouldn't have his ass out there either. I didn't say coach the whole summer league, but damn it, it's about appearances. And like Shane said, that the public matters, their opinion matters. So, let's just start on a right foot. Unless organization comes down and says JJ doesn't need to be there, as hungry of an analyst he is, I know he would be as hungry or even more as a coach, especially an intro coach, fresh coach. Just be out there, Jay. I want to see your face. Even if you're not standing and coaching, your appearance there is going to mean everything. So I just want him to be out there for game 1 of Summer League. That's it.
Okay. To address both of y'all's soliloquies, whatever you want to call it. I think I'm not mistaken that before Chauncey Phillips started coaching his first season, he coached summer league. If I'm not mistaken. So,
I mean, but it makes sense, right, Shane? I mean,
it makes sense, but you know this fan base. Like, they saw Lonzo struggle. Oh, they fucked up the pick. They saw Ingram struggle. Oh, they fucked up the pick. If you see him try to run a couple plays in just one game and it don't gain traction, it's they made a mistake. But
are we speaking for summer league or are we speaking for the regular season?
I'm speaking in summer league. Like he coaches one summer league game. He tried to run some of his stuff and it's not working or it's not translating. Next thing you know, it's gonna be the Lakers made a mistake. But to JJ's credit, he seemed like he's down for anything, but management is holding him back a little bit. Okay, if you notice, even when he said, personally, I don't give a fuck what people gotta say. Watch Rob's face.
Oh,
Rob
I didn't even
was
see
spooked.
that. I didn't even see that.
He was very uncomfortable with him saying that. And then he was trying to avoid the whole Hurley situation. JJ stepped up and talked about it. I'm good with the Hurley situation. Let's move on, though. I'm good with it. Plus, people gotta remember Hurley's from the Duke family too, so he's not gonna trip about Hurley.
Wait, did Dan Hurley play for Duke?
His brother played for Duke.
Well, that's not really the same thing, right?
It's part of the family, though.
Okay.
So if you want to that correction, whatever. My point is, he knows.
Shane, what you said was 100% correct.
He has an idea of Hurley. So being as Duke, he's not gonna trip on that. Plus, as he said, he knows he's never coached before. Hurley went to 2 championships. He got 2 championships where he's at. So and keeping up with the theme, I'll finish in a minute, Jack. And keeping up with the theme, everybody's saying, I feel I'm cautiously optimistic. Like everything he showed in the press conference was basically everything I know about JJ. Like he's very smart. He's very analytically savvy, very about analytics. He has a swag to him, and he has a bit of a temper if you push him the right way, but he has a way of controlling it too. So I feel like that all came out all at once, and he's embracing the smoke. So it's going to be a learning curve, and he knows it. He's embracing everything that comes with LA. We just have to wait and see. But what Rob can't do, and it's the only thing I will criticize Rob about, he has a habit of not aligning his roster building with the coach's system. Like,
sounds like JJ just wants to shoot threes out there.
Well, he wants to do ball movement and threes, and he also emphasized two-way players. So I mean, you'll emphasize two-way players, but you already saying reports we're targeting a Larry Shamet. That doesn't add up, for example. Or even when Darvin was coaching, the main thing was getting more wings, 3-and-D wings, and then Darvin playing 3-guard lineups. Like, I don't know where the disconnect was, but you got to line that up better. Like, you can't build a roster this way and the coach trying to go this way.
But you can only work with what you got.
Coach takes all the blame. So that's the only thing I say they got to get together on. But besides that, everything's about reps and, giving them their adequate time to see what he can do. And then, we'll see what happens.
Really quick. You're talking about how, people were getting on Lonzo, but Lonzo won the Summer League MVP.
Oh, Lonzo was balling in Summer League.
Jumper's still struggling. My point is, like, if Laker fans see something struggle in the Summer League, they're going to panic. If they see a lose a streak first week out or something like that, they're going to panic.
So?
I mean, it's Summer League. I think like,
fuck them, Shane. We're not,
we can say that.
We're not those fans. We're not those fans, though, Shane. So let's establish that right now. We're not those type of fans, bro.
We're very few, though. We're very few.
Yeah. I mean, with summer league, I think we all know, like, you gotta take summer league with a grain of salt. Even if you see somebody balling, you gotta take it with a grain of salt, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that. I'm just saying.
Do you know
He
that?
goes out there.
You've seen last summer. You seen your boy Max Christie balling out. You talking about that man should be playing 30 minutes.
Yeah, Max Christie rep me down. I'm not as high as him as everybody else is appearing to be. So, yeah. So I'll
Wait,
take
you
the
said he
L on
let you
that.
down?
He let me down.
You off Max Christie now?
I think he's solid, but I'm not with the hype. Everybody trying to give him, he should be in the rotation. Like, nah, he needs work. But
What?
he needs
Hold
work.
on. Wait a minute. So
Well, he got to get reps to get work.
Now that everybody's on the Max Christie hype train, you decided to jump off it?
Well, what disappointed me was watching his interview with Lamar Odom on his podcast.
What'd he say? Because ain't nobody watching no damn Max Christie interview.
Lamar on the podcast. Jay Murray watches everything.
So you know how, like, a lot of times now they try to give him or they were trying to develop him to being a ball handler. And it looked like he's struggling a lot. Like, he said he didn't have problems handling the ball, or he thinks he didn't have problems handling the ball, comfortable handling the ball, because in high school he used to play point guard. Okay. And it's like, bruh, the way the turnovers you be doing, the way you handle the ball, does not scream point guard.
As long as we don't bring none of that trash from last year to this year, I mean, that's the start. That's where we have to start. Just don't mimic or don't duplicate anything that we did last year. Please don't.
I think Max Christie could give us, in a pinch, solid, like, 15 minutes.
He could be solid as long as you give him a very specific role. Like, if you tell him focus on defense,
go out there, play some defense,
and knock down quarter threes, he good. But if you try to give him more than that, he's not ready to handle that yet.
No, we need him to play defense, knock down shots, and then when they close out, drive to the paint and do what you do, jump over somebody.
No, corner three. So don't. You gotta simplify it as much as possible. Don't tell them you see a drive. No, simplify it as much as possible.
Bro,
you can't do nothing else.
If somebody,
then he don't need to be on the fucking court. He don't need to be on the fucking court. If he can't fucking,
if somebody's closing out hard to you, you pump fake him and go to the rack. Like what the hell is he doing in the NBA?
I mean, he could do that on occasion, but I'm just, like I said, simplify it.
Just don't force it, Shane. As long as he doesn't force anything.
Yeah, don't force it.
I'm not mad at him trying.
I mean, he doesn't force anything. He just make a lot of, like, immature turnovers, like he back in high school.
He's young still, right? He's young, isn't he?
Yeah, he's young, but it's like, if you telling me you have experience running point, and you telling me in a court you can't handle the ball, that's a problem for me.
All right. What's up, Galvez?
Yeah, Galvez. We're talking about JJ Redick, the introduction, him being the new head coach.
Thoughts, questions, comments, concerns?
Yeah, I was telling Wilson today I saw like a little post where it's like JJ Redick's last 5 years, where it was like played for this team, got waived, played for another team, got waived, started his multimedia thing, started a podcast, now he's a Laker coach. There's nothing about, I hope I'm wrong, because I'm a Laker fan first. There's nothing about this hire that tells me we did it. We did a good job. I mean, it's so obvious it's LeBron's hire, so just got to live with it. But the last it's crazy because something's got to change. LeBron's a year older. AD, I mean, was this lightning in a bottle that he was able to be healthy all year? He's gonna be a year older. Who knows if he's gonna be able to be healthy all year? And with D'Lo, we saw this twice already, back to back, where he has a really good regular season, and the playoffs he just, who knows? So they got to do something, find a way, even if it's short term, maybe somehow find a way to get Trae Young, find a way to get something. But they got to change. Even though D'Lo might be a better fit, but they already proved it's not going to work. What, Gabe Vincent healthy or Vanderbilt healthy, sudden, that's going to be Max Christie, who's quote unquote young and he's coming into year 4.
Year 3 actually, but
or 3, yeah. But you already know when a player's going to be solid, you could see it right away. Like it might take him a couple years to develop, but there's nothing. We thought the same about what was it? What was that dude that got traded to Utah?
THT.
Yes.
Don't get him started on THT.
Oh, that man's still ugly. Oh my goodness.
He was supposed to be untouchable. He was, and all the good players, they trade him away for, all the, Kuzma and Clarkson and all the, even though they're not young anymore, but they were young when they got traded. So
what's his name? Coach of the Celtics. I mean, it's all about it's all about what you demand from your player. But what sets the Celtics different from us is if they have the personalities, we don't really see it on the court. We see it maybe sometimes in the way that Jason Tatum answers an interview, or we see the way that Brown answers an interview, but I don't think those guys have the personalities like LeBron and AD, or they don't need that, because I understand. I agree with you. He doesn't have any experience. Yes, this coach, you could have picked any better coach, but Mazzulla came in with no experience, and look how he's handled his championship team.
But he was an assistant coach, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was an assistant.
He was some sort of coach. He was on the bench at least last year, where he got some.
Yeah, he was
which is understandable, but nigga, that's not head coach. That's a different seat. That's a way different seat. And for him to establish ground with the Celtics, even though they were already an established team, so let me not have them fucked up. But still, though, inexperience for that seat, for that head coaching seat, in the way that he came in and showed class, showed that he's been there before, shown that, bro, I can do this. JJ just has to come in with the same demand. Just demand respect, earn it, and maybe your team will respond to you. Because if you see the way that the Lakers were playing last year, they just weren't responding to the coach, and it hampered us, and it was brought onto the court, as you can see. But you see the relationship with Mazzulla and his squad. It's just so different, bro, than our relationship with our coaches. So, man, it's about how they're going to receive him, how they're going to respond to him, and that goes a long way. Galvez, I think so. But when you say he's just a yes coach, like that was a LeBron hire, I agree. But Jay, not you, Jay, but JJ, you gotta. Now I'm speaking in third point, but he's got it. Again, I don't want to repeat my shit, but oh man, look how he was today on the interview when he said, "I don't give a fuck." That was real, right?
Yeah.
That was real, right?
Mhm.
Did anybody expect that from him today? Or did y'all expect?
It's all brand. It's on brand for him. Class that he has a temper about him if you push him.
That's what we need, though. We need somebody that's just, hey man, get where you're supposed to be. What's up?
The thing, though, what's the team? What's it gonna be like when they go on their first 5-game losing streak?
That's what I want to know.
When he needs to call out LeBron for not running back on defense, or
right,
like that's where it comes. It becomes a little tricky because at the end of the day, LeBron is his own guy out there. There's not one coach. Probably the only coach he really truly respected was probably Spoelstra after like the second year. But and then how's the team gonna feel knowing that they drafted his son just because that's his daddy?
Okay.
Who knows?
Okay.
Wait, hold on a second, because we got a lot of other stuff to talk about, and we have to get into the draft. We have to get into, I know, and then what? So free agency starts July 1st, right?
No,
But
June 30th.
hold on,
June
Wilson.
30th.
One thing,
Wait,
one more thing, Wilson, please. Just 10 seconds of this.
Okay, go ahead.
When you watch JJ on his podcast on ESPN, he's no joke. He is no joke, bruh. He's no bitch. He's no, oh, look at this. None of that, bruh. When he speaks
straight.
What I'm saying is bring that same energy that you are as an analyst, as a broadcaster, and bring that into your coaching. No bullshit. Be direct, no bullshit. Just like you are, you keep players accountable during your broadcast. You tell people what you don't like, and just be the same person. Don't change. That's all I gotta say.
He did say that. He said, for me to be a good coach, I have to be me.
Him.
So.
And he's no games. He's no games when he's speaking on ESPN and ABC and doing the games. He's no joke, bro.
That's why I didn't like him on commentary, because he's not like funny. His voice is very vanilla. You know what I mean?
Go ahead. My fault though. That's all I wanted to say.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So
wait, before I just gotta. JJ was trash on commentary. I'm glad he's got a new job. Let's go, JJ. Let's do this. Woo.
All right. Look. So free agency, I guess, starts June. You say June 30th, right? So is that what?
Officially open June 30th. They can officially sign July 6th.
Right. Okay. So whatever. So that's what, Sunday, right?
He's better. Yep. JJ was better as an analyst. I just had to say that. But.
And just important, the player options, D'Lo, Bron have till the 29th to decide what they're gonna do.
But we know LeBron is opting out, right?
LeBron's going.
That's what everybody's saying,
man. We know what the school's going to do, man. Like,
is D'Lo opting in to get traded?
That's what it appears to be, because like the team's already telling him, like they're gonna pay him less than what he's making. Like Orlando said, he's on their radar, but he's not gonna make as much as he's making now. So it's either take a long-term deal for less money, or opt in, max your money out, and go wherever the Lakers send you.
He don't deserve the money that he's making now. He deserves a pay cut. Period. Tired of all that regular season shit.
I mean, he's I think with D'Lo it's just consistency and just keeping your confidence high despite the head coach. Like at the end of the day, man, as a player, you got to go out there, and I mean, he was getting open shots. Like let's fucking be honest, right? Like he was getting some open shots. Now, did Darvin put him necessarily in the best position possible? No, he didn't, and that's why he got fired. So, I mean,
but D'Lo is going into year 8, so he's gonna be like 28. So we already know what D'Lo is. There's gonna be no surprises from here on out. I mean, again, he's shown his true colors 2 times in a year or 2 times in a row. What's gonna happen in the playoffs? What's gonna happen in the playoffs when JJ Redick needs to make him accountable, and he's gonna maybe bench him for a long period of time? We already know like what D'Lo all of a sudden is gonna change his stripes. He will not. So, it's just like Will said, we've seen this too many times in the regular season.
But he can build off of that.
Will a new coach though that's gonna put him a new coach that actually understands spacing and understands, how shooters operate, will that help D'Lo flourish though?
It could. I mean, he flourished under Darvin Ham.
And my thing
what I
is
was gonna
this,
say. He can build. He can build.
You want to shoot more threes, but you want to get rid of the best shooter you got on the team?
No, Shane, I agree with all y'all. I was pretty harsh about my comment of him not deserving money. That's the last thing I want to put on a man. So let me take that comment back. But what I want to say is the shades of glory that I seen D'Lo when I wanted him to step up last year, which was all I was asking, and he did that. I think he can build off of those moments.
I remember, and Shane Murray didn't think that he could do it. Remember? You were
Stop
Vito
it.
said
Stop it.
Vito asked D'Lo to get 20 plus points a game, And Shane Murray said, no, he can't do that. And I was like, damn, that's messed up.
I didn't say it like that.
That's how I remember it.
Can he
Of course,
build from?
that's how you remember everything.
But can he build? Can he build from last year? Of course he can. But will he stay consistent? Like Jay says, that is the big question.
That's the big question.
Will he shut down when something doesn't go his way?
Shane Murray said he couldn't do.
Let me say this in terms of his money though. Like the reason why he went up in money, because remember when he was with Golden State, they packaged him in the side and trade for Wiggins.
Okay.
So they went up to like 25, so they can be able to match a salary to get Wiggins. And then when that contract canceled out or phased out, the Lakers gave him 18 to make it a reasonable number so he could get traded. Yeah. So that's why he's at the number he's at.
He deserves his money when he's playing like we know he can play.
Boy, yeah, for sure.
The worst thing that happened to him was he dropped a 0 in Game 3 when they needed him the most because they were already down 2-0. A lot of Laker fans, they are not gonna they're gonna forget about that.
Greg in particular, he will not let D'Lo live that.
Of course he won't.
Bro, it's a Game 3.
Yeah.
You gotta win because
you can't have 0
and
points.
You're at home. And you're at home.
Starting point guard.
Bro, I'm gonna lie.
Not gonna get on.
I could go out there. I could go out there and get a layup
in the playoffs.
What'd you say, Shane?
And then we're not gonna get on Gabe Vincent and not doing anything in the playoffs. Like, why is this?
No, this is not the shit on. This is not the shit.
Gabe Vincent was trash.
Yeah,
this is not the shit on D'Lo show. We're not. This isn't the shit on D'Lo show. We're not doing that. We're not. But just
I'm just saying there was other things that's happening other than he scored a donut in Game 3. Like,
but
there's no
excuse. He's the starting point guard.
There's no excuse though.
He's the starting point guard. He has 0 points. I could go out there out of shape and go. I could go get a layup.
You could at least drive to the basket and draw a foul. Something.
How many attempts did he have?
He Game 2, he had a record 3-point attempts and made. So what do you?
He had a game with 0 points.
He shot.
Y'all didn't do that to Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, but Shane, he only shot 7 times.
Yeah. He checked out mentally. You could tell that Game 3. He checked out
0 points.
He checked out mentally, and he was their third option.
I love D'Lo. So, ain't no excuse for 0 points, man.
And
0.
I like D'Lo even when he snitched on Nick Young. I still like. I didn't want to trade him. I thought he was a really good player, but I mean,
forget about it.
Yeah, but his game changed after that.
Yeah.
And the locker room didn't welcome him either. Jeez.
You saw his body language too. Remember when he was on the bench and Darvin Ham was trying to call a timeout and everybody was huddled around. He was sitting on the bench. I mean, bro. Now if you're playing a damn good game and the coach takes you out, all right, that's fine. That's your competitive whatever spirit. But you're playing the worst game possible. Coach calls a timeout, and you can't even, be there for your teammates.
I think, at that point, I think we were pretty much all out on Darvin, but you can't do that. Like you can't not join the huddle in a damn playoff game like that. It's not a
knowing you're about to be a free agent.
Yeah,
and you can opt out. Like, bro, come on now.
That's the difference between a good player and a great player. You look at the great point guards, they demand respect, they demand leadership. That's just what it is. And it doesn't matter who the fuck is your marquee player. If you are a leader, if you are a starting point guard, demand respect. Take over when LeBron is or when somebody when it's not your day or when it's not your time. Your appearance on that court has to mean something. You know what I'm saying? Like the players should still be responding to you. It's like when D'Lo goes down, it's just like, all right, well, fuck D'Lo. We playing 4 on 5. And not only do the Lakers respond to that, but the other team responds to it. It's like, dude, D'Lo's acting like that. We ain't tripping on him. But you don't see people doing that with Dame. You don't see people doing that with Brunson. That's what I'm trying to say. Those are the greats, and when you want to be great, you will establish respect. D'Lo doesn't. He's like, oh, I don't want to disrespect LeBron. AD. Fuck all of that, man. Fuck it. With those type of players, though, you're gonna have to demand respect, bro. You are.
All right, look. Draft though. Shane Murray is our draft expert. What do you think the Lakers doing with the pick, Shane?
A lot of mock drafts got us doing a lot of different things.
I mean, but the common theme was getting.
You better
Zach
not
Edey.
say what you about to say. You better not.
Has
anything to do with siblings or children?
No, I didn't say that.
There is one that has us doing that though.
Second round pick, that's already done. Whether you like it or not. The first round pick, the common theme was what I saw was Zach Edey at 17.
Oh my God. He moved up to 17.
Damn,
you gotta be kidding me.
Well, he's fluctuating between 8 and 17 right now, or 8 and 20 right now.
8.
But the common theme was him at 17.
Hold on, Shane. Before you go on with that, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't watch college basketball all year, don't say nothing about fucking Zach Edey, bruh. Don't say nothing about that man. If you didn't watch him play all season long, don't say nothing about him.
I'm going by the mock
I ain't
draft
talking
that
about
I've
you.
seen,
I'm not talking about you, but I heard some other.
Chill out. I ain't saying nothing bad about him.
I heard some other husky motherfucker in the back laughing and shit, nigga. Like, nah, bro.
So
Zach Edey can ball.
But like I said, the Lakers are trying to trade that pick. Like, they're trying to trade that pick some type of way, or, they really like the guard Devin Carter out of Providence. That's what they really want.
Wait, what pick was Hood Schifino again? What pick was Hood Schifino last year?
What pick? What
pick was Hood Schifino last year?
17.
Goodness gracious. Now they're gonna come back next
year. Gets drafted after. That's what
then they're gonna come back the next year and they're gonna take Devin Carter, another guard. Oh my goodness gracious, boy. What are these people doing?
I mean,
they drafted
really
a 6'5" athletic point guard that just is too young right now. Yeah, it probably was a bad pick. It was a bad. No, but see, there's not guards. Hood Schifino was only a freshman last year. If last time I recalled, Anthony, you were so sprung off the rookie from Kentucky. I don't think the Lakers should draft him.
He won't be there.
I personally think they should get a big man because, like, whoever they're trying to look at it as for a free agency, they might not get that, and trade might not happen either. So, and you don't know what Jackson Hayes is doing yet either. So, as for insurance, I personally think to draft a big man, but their eye is on Devin Carter or a couple other people. They're trying to get a ready now rookie. So that's the focus right now.
But let me just say something about Edey. Obviously a terrific college player, but I think that with the success of Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren, you see, like, that's why Donovan Clingan from Connecticut is going to go top 3 or whatever. And then that's why Zach Edey, who last year people thought that Zach Edey might not even be draftable. Now you got him going somewhere between 8 and 20, which is ridiculous.
How is that ridiculous?
He doesn't shoot threes. He's just a big stiff. He doesn't fit in today's game.
Vito.
That don't mean shit.
Vito.
Dude, you can scheme around that, dude. He doesn't have to shoot threes. Besides, why do you want a 7'4" dude shooting threes anyway?
That's what
First off,
does.
he's not stiff.
He's
not stiff.
Have you guys?
Do you see what's going on with Chet? Right? They're trading Chet. Or did they already trade him? Right?
No, they traded
Giddy.
Giddy.
Oh, not Chet. Excuse me. Giddy.
Let Galvin speak.
Wait, but would you say he's kind of like because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see him at all in college. Is he like a Zubac kind of?
That's what most people compare him to, or I heard a comparison to Rick Smith back in the day.
Let me tell you the difference between Edey and all the big motherfuckers that have been stiff and came into the league that had all that hype in college. Edey has a dominant post play. He's a dominant post player, and he plays defense. It's just people are so resistant to signing him because of how big of a body he is and how maybe it might be negative when it's time to spread the court, or it's not enough spacing. But, bruh, that's a different human being, bro. When it comes to paint dominance, and that's what Edie does.
He's like Yao Ming, but you wouldn't draft Yao Ming. I don't know. I don't
What
think
do you mean
he's
you wouldn't draft Yao Ming? Yao Ming in the Hall of Fame. What the hell you
You
talking
see,
about?
people are
but
trying to
do you
adapt
guys
him to today's
change?
game.
Right,
You're trying to
exactly.
adapt Edie to today's
That's what
game,
I'm
and
saying.
he does adapt because if you didn't see Purdue play last year, they weren't just a half court team. They were running gun as well. Edie got up and down the court. So put some
But that's
respect
what
on that man's name.
But
I
Wilson,
respect.
okay,
But
Wilson,
Shane, do you realize that it's a different game today than when Yao? Of course, I love Yao Ming, but it's a
Dude, you
different
could
game than
scheme
when he.
around that first off, but even though it's a different game, you still got Jokic doing what he's doing, even though I don't fuck with him.
that's what I
You
was about
still
to
got
say.
Jokic. You have to find somebody who can at least
Bruh,
give him some minutes
these
against
guys
Jokic.
are way. Those guys that you guys are naming are way more mobile than Zach Edey is.
So you want Jackson Hayes guarding Jokic? Is that what you want?
Zach Edey can't guard no damn Jokic. He's too
That's
slow.
my point. They need somebody with size to at least put some minutes on him to give AD some rest on him. Like you can't go in the season with AD guarding Jokic the whole damn game. That's not gonna happen.
Zach Edey coming off of somebody's bench. Whoa, that is fucking huge, bruh.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
huge, bruh.
And
That's
he ain't got to
big.
do a whole lot. Just give me 10, 15 minutes. Nice
And not
double
even
double, you're
10,
good.
15 minutes. He's going to give you easy 10 points. Easy.
But Wilson,
Easy.
You just
What?
need somebody that can
All
help
right,
AD guard Jokic.
He's not the same big guy that y'all
Wait a
thinking
second.
that
Gal
y'all
was just
see.
trying to say something.
but
Hey, get off
Wilson,
Galvez's dick. Nigga, we see Galvez wants to say something. He can fucking speak up. Go with that
Go
shit.
ahead.
now I was gonna
move on.
say, but if you look at Jokic's all his physical attributes, Wilson, you would say the same thing. I would not. If Jokic was coming out in the draft today, and you just saw him just moping around, no athleticism, no, he can't jump out of the gym. You would say the exact same thing. And look, he's probably top 2, 3 at worst.
Edie is a 7'4" tree. Look, we got to move on.
That can move around the court.
We gotta move on.
You didn't see. Hey, Galvez, you were right though, Galvez. Even regardless of what Jokic does, it doesn't matter. They're gonna like you say, y'all think it's so much hate on Caitlin Clark and all of that. I think it's hate on Jokic too, because still, I bet you for the All-Star break, he gets picked last again.
All right, look.
East and West.
You mentioned Caitlin Clark. So that conversation we had last week, like I said, got a decent amount of views for us.
But mind you, the pick to still be traded. So
okay, look, Caitlin Clark. Like I said, the discussion we had last week got a decent amount of views, like 13 comments. This was like a lot for us. So they played the Sky this weekend again for the third time. Meant it was the third time. Caitlin had 17 points, 13 assists. I want to say Caitlin Clark, the thing that she's improved that already is just her shot selection. I think she's realized that less is more, and she's focused more on running the team instead of trying to, be Steph Curry and put up all these shots. She's picking her shots, picking her spots to get shots up, and mostly looking at just running the team. Like I said, her 4-game is excellent. Even though she turns the ball over still, but like only half of those are on the guy. Her teammates can't catch the ball, right? So but then Angel Reese had 25 points and 16 rebounds. They came back from down, I think 15 or 17 or something like that. I think she might be the best rebounder in the history of women's basketball. I know it's early, but does anybody have anything else they want to say about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese before we get into? Kendrick?
I'll say something.
Cut down on the turnovers, but that comes with aggressive. See, her turnovers are different from just regular bad passes. She is trying to be aggressive, and I'm not mad at that. Shot selection, yes, Wilson, you're right. It has changed. She's working more with the flow of the team, and I think that that when it comes to the last shot, damn it, Caitlin has to have the fucking ball. Period.
Okay.
I think Caitlin Clark doing a better job of creating space as far as getting her shot off. Before they were playing her up tight because she was aggressive-ish, but she could have been more aggressive. Now she's like using her step back more, doing 1-2 dribbles, all that, getting creating space. But what I'm going to say, Caitlin Clark is not making Angel Reese relevant. Put some respect on Angel Reese's name. Angel Reese is averaging a double-double. She's breaking records. 7 straight games, 10 straight games with a double-double.
Oh, God.
She's increasing the attendance at Chicago's guys' games. She's winning games for them. So, and she, like I said last time, she has a degree. She's a sports owner now. You know what I'm saying? So she's doing a lot of big shit. So outside of Caitlin Clark, like Caitlin Clark didn't get her no NIL deals. Caitlin Clark didn't give her no managing no team, no being a business owner, none of that. So I keep doing that on her own. So put some respect to her name.
Shay, what did
I
we
love
tell you last week?
Anything about that, but
Hey Shane, I love the what's the name though. This rivalry that we've got going on is healthy. I love it.
Yeah, it's solid.
I love it.
And also too, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but the Brazilian girl, she's balling too. So
Cardozo.
show her some love too, because they have a little twin tower thing going with the Chicago Sky.
yeah, shout out to Angel Reese, man. She has been balling, man, rebounding like a damn demon.
She had 26.
She had 25 points, 16 rebounds. 16 rebounds, man. I mean,
Does that go to the competitiveness and the talent of the WNBA? If you let Anthony answer it,
I think it shows. I think it shows her competitiveness. I mean, like she said, you heard her. You heard her loud and clear, man. She's a dog, and she played like it against Caitlin Clark, man. This is good for the league right here, man. Let these girls be competitive, man, please.
And Sparks passed on her twice, right?
yeah.
Yup.
Cameron Brink tore her ACL. Get well soon, Cameron Brink.
Crazy.
I
I like Cameron Brink and all, but the fact
I like the Hawk Tua girl better.
Sparks passed up on Angel Reese twice.
For sure, once. For sure, like
twice because the other girl, Rakia, went before her too. I think.
But what I'm saying is, you could argue the number 2 pick, Cameron. You could argue like
right.
That fourth one was just, and bro,
Rakia balling though, so don't try to knock Rakia.
Yeah, but
you balling better than Angel Reese.
I mean, she like the third in terms of rookies.
Better than Angel Reese.
No, but she's not being horrible either.
And thinking about the marketing though of Angel Reese being in Los Angeles.
In LA, exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn, that was big. That's a good point. That is a great point. If we can stay away, if we can refrain from talking so much about what the NBA is lacking and what the money they're losing and all of this and all of that, like that's such a man thing. You know, like men are going to always kind of shit on the women's game because of the money and, you know, just because of the worth. But if we just stay away from that, refrain from that, and just focus on the hype, the competitiveness, the game, it can only improve from here. That's all. Do I still think that WNBA is trash?
Come on, man.
90% of the league is kind of unwatchable. It's a very.
What do you have to say, brother?
Saying though, going back to it, could y'all imagine like having Angel Reese in LA?
Yeah.
Box office.
Bayou Barbie.
Sparks fucked up, I think.
It's like they don't get it though, Mitch. They don't understand that.
They made a basketball.
Right? Why? It's the same thing with the Olympic team. Why?
I don't even think that it was a better. I don't even know if it was a better basketball move, though.
But even if it was though, from a marketing and a PR, like how did the WNBA, just like David Stern knew where to send these players, he knew how to market them. How did the WNBA not go to the Sparks and be like, you have to draft Angel Reese at 4 if she's there? You have to. You're
like,
gonna be.
You can't tell teams how to draft though, man.
Yeah,
of course but
that's what's in there. Like,
yeah.
She was obviously one of the 2 must-see players in college. You put one of those players in the second biggest market. Like,
not just college, all of women's basketball.
Yeah, facts.
Not just college.
Facts.
But Galvez, if you told me that there was like a secret shadow person that really runs these drafts, like if you say Stern is the shadow guy, the puppet, the guy that's controlling the puppets, I wouldn't be surprised if you told me the dude that runs the NFL. I wouldn't be surprised if the draft is just all a facade. It's just fake to make the fans feel like, damn, the whole organization is involved. Then you see the draft rooms and the war rooms. I think all that is so fucking fake, bro. I think that none of those teams actually draft their players, bro. There's a shadow guy that tells you who's going to go where, and maybe the shadow guy here just fucked it all off to this time. Or does the WNBA even have a guy that runs shit or a woman that runs shit? But that's a good point about Stern.
Even the WNBA owners were probably like, bro, you gotta draft Angel Reese. We need
Right.
to, like, come on now.
All right, look.
Tough.
So right here at the end, Kendrick, just when I thought it was dying down, he does his concert at the Forum.
Get over it, dog.
Does his concert at the Forum.
Brought
And
the
he
whole city out.
I mean, and I was with him. Like, he
He
comes out. First of all, shout out to Mustard and he did his
Must on the beat out.
YG and Ty Dollar and all those guys up there. Tyler came out, right?
Big ass fool.
Then Kendrick comes out. He does Euphoria first. Okay, that's fine, right? The stuff in between Euphoria and Not Like Us, that was probably my favorite part because he brought out all the other guys from Black Hippie guys, J-Rock. He brought out Absol. He brought out Schoolboy. And then of course he brings out Dre.
This
And
is the last dance, Wilson.
Huh?
Don't you think this should have been the last dance? Now that's the end of it. He hasn't ended Drake, but that you won now. You have really
he had already won.
This concert, Anthony, this concert was a victory lap. This was a victory parade. This was a victory parade for the whole West.
He shot the video on top of it though.
Yep.
It's like, bruh.
I mean, there's a video for hit 'em up.
To the winner go the spoils, baby. To the winner go the spoils. That's it.
It's an LA anthem now. Get over it.
And
you guys don't feel like he overdid it?
No. He's uniting the hood because of this song.
Actually, not just the hood, Shane. Not just the hood, the whole city, bro.
Yeah.
Whole city.
I mean, that's
even teams are
not too many people can do that. Not too many people can do that.
If he's
Drake can't go on. Come on, Galvez. I'll be quick. Drake can't go on Crenshaw and say, "Hey, bro, I'm on Crenshaw. Everybody pull up." He wouldn't dare.
He can do that in Toronto.
The only is Tupac from California? No, he was born in New York. In New York, right?
New York, possibly.
So from an outsider like Pac can come in and if you didn't know him, you would think, oh, damn, that guy's from California. He's from Northern. No, bruh. But the impact that he had, Pac can be able to go to any city, any main city, main street, and be like, man, everybody meet me here. And they would flood the streets. So the fact that Kendrick can do that, come on now. Drake, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but Drake, you fucked up by poking the bear. And now that the bear is hungry and he's out of hibernation, what do bears do when they're out of hibernation? They eat up everything. So Drake, you did this to yourself, Drake. You did this to yourself.
He really did.
The mistake that Drake makes in these battles, and I have to give Bomani Jones credit for this, and Dominique Foxworth for pointing it out. It's like they'll come out, they'll hop out on Drake, right? And Drake will be like, okay, they're different. Okay, I got some songs for this. And what Drake doesn't understand is that he's just making records. They hate his gut. Pusha T hates his gut. Kendrick hates his gut. And it seems that Kendrick was planning this whole thing out for who knows how long. And that this concert thing was like already planned out. The fact that he did it on Juneteenth on a Wednesday
sounds like Drake. Sounds like a what's the name type of move, because that's how Drake moves. Drake's moves are all calculated, brother. That's why he wins. That's why he wins all of his battles, because his shit's calculated. And you miscalculated this one, Drake, and you fucked with a monster. You fucked with a monster, dog.
But Kendrick is acting like Shiggy though. Like he's acting like he Like, oh, this attention. I got to make sure I milk this for as much as I can.
But what's wrong with that? That's what Drake does.
He's too
Right.
good. Kendrick is too good for that.
Too good. How? When
Kendrick.
the whole city is responding to him.
He created an anthem. It's different with just a diss song, but it's an anthem. Like school kids are playing it. They're playing
Hey,
it. Congratulations. It's
Galvez,
over.
do you remember?
Kids are singing this word for word.
They
Do
got
you remember?
versions of it now. Like
Right.
it's done with.
Galvez, I was just talking to somebody the other day, and I was like, damn, dog, like, I don't like how this has became an anthem now. Why is it on the radio? Why are people like singing this shit as if, but I didn't understand the impact yet. Because at first I told y'all maybe, what was this, 5 shows ago, I said, Drake, I said, Drake, the way that you're going to respond to this is going to be either the end of your legacy or the continuance of your legacy. And I said, Drake, where you are right now in your career, you don't have to respond, brother. Don't respond. Because this is not Pusha T. Pusha T doesn't have the whole New York behind him. This is not any other Common, who doesn't have the entire Chicago behind him. Bro, just don't respond, bro. It just would have been better for him not to respond.
He could have left it at the Like That remix for sure. Could have left it like that.
Right.
He really fucked up using Snoop and Pac's voice though. That's where he really fucked up. Once he did that, nigga, you pissed everybody off.
Yeah.
It was weird. It was weird.
And I don't think Drake really has genuine friends in the rap game. They all used him because he was the hottest in the game. And it was like fake love, and you could tell Kendrick, those dudes on stage, they really fuck with him. They like genuinely, and nobody has come to Drake's defense. Nobody has come to even all them dudes from Houston that he fucks with.
Rap a lot records.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And to pick up that Problem, him and Problem grew up on the same block. So this. Oh, he go by Problem.
But is anybody going to acknowledge that Drake used a lot of these artists too? Yeah. Especially the hot ones in Atlanta.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Especially the hot ones in Atlanta. When Drake needed a hit, who do you go to? You go to all the hot boys in Atlanta.
Wait a second. Hold on one second, because guess what? We're out of time. Mitch, do you have anything you like to say to an old friend of ours?
Yeah, Herbert wanted to pop out and show Shane Murray that his taste in movies is absolutely horrendous. But unfortunately, Shane Murray did his usual nonsense and set us off track. So sorry, Herbert, we ran out of time.
Sorry, Herbert. All right, so before we get out of here, just a few reminders. If you're watching this on YouTube,
are you covering are you covering the speaker?
Podcast network.
What the heck is he doing?
If you subscribe to the audio version, remember to rate, review, and subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts.
Sucking the mic off? What are you doing?
On Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and every other major podcatcher. Make sure to follow the show
I don't ever want to hear you talking about movies for the next.
You got earrings, Galvez?
Your movie choice is trash. Your movie choice is trash. Don't get on my movie.
Shane, do you have
earrings? I love what you love. I love what I love.
Hey, Galvez, I stopped wearing earrings.
Like what you like. I like what I like.
I want you to take the next 5 years.
I need to get back
on. Just go and watch some movies.
No, I'll watch what I want to watch. You watch what you want to watch.